Hello, beautiful beings. It's been a while. Welcome in, Arun, and thank you for the raid stars. I never expected. Welcome in, everybody. Good to see you. And yeah, we gotta merge our tabs with the merge tab crew. I've seen most of you already today, so hello again. That's really shiny. Yeah. I'm doing better. I've got the skin issue under control, like back under control, so I don't want to cry every time I move my arms. So that's great. We love that. It's gonna leave a scar, which is great. So for anybody who didn't know, the reason that I didn't stream the last two scheduled streams is because I had an eczema outbreak really bad in my armpit. Which sucks ass, just in case anybody was wondering. Don't do that. It's awful. So I've been, like, for at least 4 days, if I moved my left arm at all, I cried.
This is a self-care. Do you need to take meds? Get some water. So yeah,
it's doing better now. I can move around.
So now.
Hi, Pioneer. And, like, I am going to have scars in my armpit, which is great. Love that for me. The poor people who are going to have to see me model the first time since last semester are going to be like, where did you get all these scars? Because now I have surgery scars and I have scars in my armpit that were not there before. So all these people who are used to staring at my naked body are going to be like, what happened? And the answer is, my body likes to make problems on purpose. Because, like, when I got my hysterectomy, we did do the laparoscopic, which means that you have smaller scars, theoretically. But one of my incision sites opened back up. So I have a much bigger scar on that side, and that's why, like, if you guys were around me when that was happening, like, I was complaining about it a lot. So the one on my right side opened back up, and, like, it wasn't bleeding crazily or anything, but it does mean that I have a much bigger scar there, and, like, a visible dip in my stomach right there. And, like, that's fine. I don't really care that much, honestly. Because, like, it healed up, that's fine. And I don't mind having a scar for, like, this is what I told my doctor, too. Because she was like, I'm sorry we got you such a bad scar on that side. And I'm like, honestly, I have scars for way worse reasons. So this scar is actually from something that I wanted to happen and will actually improve my life versus the majority of my scars. So, like, that's fine. I don't mind that. Yeah, it was just the one side. And looking back on it, I think partially it's because of hypermobility. So my hypermobile skin doesn't work the same way, which I did warn the surgery team about. And also because I carry most of my fat in my stomach, it moved around, like my incisions moved around a lot more than I think they were expecting, which was the other part of it. Oh no, Jess, that sounds awful. Oh, I'm so sorry you had to deal with that, Jess, on top of everything else that you already have to deal with. Holy shit. But yeah, I've been putting vitamin E oil on that one now that it's healed up, and, like, it's fine. It's not a big deal. But I am, like, annoyed that I got a new eczema outbreak. If that one ever comes back, I'm walking into the mud flats and you guys can't stop me. Like, I never want to deal with that again. And I am pretty sure I know what set it off. So I'll just have to avoid that and try to not fall prey to the scientific curiosity part of me that wants to see if it happens again if I do that. Because I tried a different deodorant is, I think, what set it off. So. Oh, interesting, Jess. Hi, Bewitching crew. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in, folks. Hi, Bewitch. Hi, Allie K. How y'all doing? Yep, we all gotta merge tabs. No, okay. So do you guys want like a little peek into my psyche? I'm sure that you do. But first, let's say hi to Bewitch, and then I will tell you guys the story. Hi, Grim. I will do stretchy. No, not that one. It's just my skin is delicate, and if I'm not careful with the kind of perfumes I put on me, I will get a reaction, which is why I have to specifically use an unscented hand lotion now, because you can tell here that I had a really bad eczema outbreak here for like years. And so the skin is permanently changed there. Like, this is just scar tissue at this point. So, yeah. It gets bad. I also get it on my eyelids. Yes, all good, Allie K. Go take care of yourself. I appreciate you popping in. My whole me is sensitive, let's be honest. Which, like, it's fine. It's not that big a deal. In the grand scheme of things, it's fine. Like, I can wear perfume and stuff, but I have to be careful with my hands and my elbows and my eyelids. And now apparently my armpit. How was your stream though, Bewitch? I did like peek in for a second, but it was before you were really up and running. So I don't know what you did today or anything. But yeah. It's just like, it's annoying, and it's clearly part of a larger issue of immune disorder that I have that I haven't gotten, diagnosed because medical care is expensive here. Ooh, nice. That sounds great, Witch, and very on brand for you. Okay, I've done hand stretchies. I did body stretchies. I took my sippy. I still also need to make or give myself a compliment. I'm not forgetting. Ooh, that sounds super fun. God, that's such a mood, Oren. And like, to be honest, there are multiple things wrong with me I don't know about. If we want to tell the truth, but one thing at a time, Yeah. So, the little peek into my psyche I will do after my my compliment, once I come up with a compliment to tell myself. Yeah. There's like the hee ha ha of my body is a temple. Well, my body is like an ancient crumbling ruin, actually. That's the vibe. Yeah, pretty much, Bewitch. And some of my issues are worse because people didn't believe me when I said that something was wrong. So at this point, I'm like, do I actually want to bring it up and have somebody tell me I'm stupid? Or do I just want to fucking deal with it myself? Kind of a thing. I'm like, nobody should have to make that decision. But that is the way the world works. A little bit, which sucks, but compliment for myself. Oh, you know what? I finished my library book this weekend. Before the deadline, like just barely. So I managed to read a huge book, because these books are like really long for what they are, honestly. There's a lot of wandering. But I finished my book before the deadline so that the next person could have it, which I'm always very, very cautious about doing. If somebody's waiting in the queue, I tend to read the book faster so that people can have it, because I'm considerate like that. Yeah, it's exhausting, Aaron. Like, aside from just, if you have chronic issues, that in itself is exhausting, because you're constantly dealing with things and your spoon level is different. But having to then also, on top of that, try to convince people that there's actually an issue is fucking bullshit. Like, it's exhausting to be disabled constantly on like 3 different levels. It's so stupid. And I hate it. And I'm not just like relatively speaking, I have it easy. I don't have super huge problems. In comparison to many people I know. Hi, Joy. I love you. So, yeah. It could definitely be worse, but also it could be a lot better for all of us, you know? Okay, look into my psyche. I'm not forgetting. See, look at me remembering a thing. So, I think the reason that I got an eczema outbreak in my armpit was, as I mentioned, I put on a different deodorant than normal. Yeah, exactly, Felds. Exactly. It's so awful. And hello. I don't know that I've said hello to you today. But hello. Hi, Herpel. But, so as you all know, my beautiful boyfriend, Captain Ahab, and I are long distance. But I have a stick of his deodorant, like the smell that he uses, that I open whenever we're on call, so that I can, like, relate the smell to him, which means it helps regulate my nervous system, because that's what a good relationship will do. So I tried to wear his deodorant the other day because I was, like, having a time. And I think that's what set off the eczema in my armpit. So we won't be doing that again. But it also is not unusual for this specific brand to cause contact dermatitis. So that's fun. Yeah, so we, when I went to visit Jess, we have matching capybara plushies. So I sent him one, and then I have one that I sleep with. And when I went to visit, I brought mine with so that we could trade, so that we'd have ones that smelled like each other, since we both sleep with them. BP! I don't think I did that either. Hello. But yeah, so I won't be trying it that way again. Everybody says that. Everybody says, like, we're so cute. And I'm like, we are cute. Number one, I agree with you. But also, I just think it's funny that everyone's like, we love seeing your relationship. And I'm like, thanks. I think that means I'm winning, honestly. But I did keep working in between the, I don't know even what to call it. Like the nightmare, the armpit nightmare. Let's just go with that. So I did get October's sticker club printed and cut and photographed, and the post is scheduled to go up on October 1st, but I will give you guys a little preview because this one's a little different. So one, this is on a piece of sticker paper because to take the photograph for this sticker, I needed it to be off of the... You didn't, Jess? That's exciting. Do we get to see? You might have already posted in the Discord that I'm not in. Oh, in the story. Okay. I will have to go take a peek-see. But to take the photograph of this one, I needed to do it off the backing card. So this is one of the brands of sticker paper, like releasable sticker paper that I bought, but they sent it to me folded in half, which does jack shit for me. So this whole package is just going to get, like, bound for me specifically to keep all my stickers on. Because it's supposed to be, like, a letter sheet page, which was the point. But they sent it to me folded in half, which, like, what's wrong with you? But the sticker for October is a clear background. So that it's ghostly. You see? You see? Do you see my vision? I also laminated these ones. So there's some sporkle. But I felt like that was appropriate for a ghost. Honestly. I will say that I won't be able to use this clear vinyl if I'm planning on laminating them or I need to get a different blade for my silhouette cutter because it's too thick with the laminate for the sticker cutter to cut all the way through. So I hand cut the majority of these stickers. So that was part of what I did with my weekend. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with this. So if you want to get this sticker, it will be part of the October sticker club that's on my Patreon. This month's sticker is eggplant. So if you want this one, I'll be mailing those out this week. Which I should have written down on my to-do list. Which I did point out today because I was like, it's fine. Then I immediately think of something I want to put on there. So yeah. That's thing and stuff. Thank you. Okay. Do I have anything else to say? I don't think that I do. Well, anything else relevant to say? Probably not. I am very, very sleepy though. So part of the thing with when my eczema gets really bad, I need to take a lot of antihistamines. And that means that I'm like really groggy and sleepy and the brain fog is real. So I might be a little more out of it than usual, which I'm sure you all will excuse. Oh, yeah. So I don't have it out here, but I have a reusable sticker book that you can buy, and I'm hoping to make one, which is why I was getting the reusable sticker paper. So it has... Oh, yeah, that's the worst. When you lose them. I've tried to be better about, like, the sticker fear. Because, like, the worst that happens, from my point of view, is that I get to give an artist more money if I buy the sticker again, you know? So, like, I know where they exist for the most part. It's okay. I can get more. But I do have a reusable sticker book that's, like, spiral bound, kind of. So it's got the silicone paper in it, so you can stick down and pull back up the sticker. And it makes it a lot nicer for storage. Ooh, that's cool, Jess. Yeah, I got mine, the one that I'm using now from Two Birds, One Pencil. And they have a whole tab on their shop that is just, it basically says, if you like raccoons and possums, click here. So I got one of their little possum sticker books. But I am hoping, fingers crossed, to be able to make my own soon. I was planning on getting them printed from a specific manufacturer, but because of, thank you stars, but because of the current tariff fuckery, I will not be able to do that. So I came up with an alternate way to do a thing. And I see a little treat. Thank you. Oh, we're gonna do a sticker giveaway too. It's been a while. And I will also do a hydrate. Thank you, Pioneer. I'm having salmiakki for my little treat. Yeah, so I have a plan because I was doing a series of Alaska stamps. So like this is one we did last month. So I want to make the like basically an 8.5 by 11 size binder, and make it look like a shipped package or like a postcard or something with the stamp stuck all over it, kind of like the idea of a like old suitcase that has all of the little travel stickers on it. And I might come up with another idea too, but that was my main one. Okay, I'm also hydrating. I'm not forgetting. If I hold my water, I won't forget probably. And I will go set up a sticker giveaway. Yeah, I'm a chronic lurker too. I also just like watching number go uppy for channel points. Hey, Streamlabs, you want to load? That would be great. I've also been prepping other stickers in the background. That's what I was working on this morning. This. And we'll do this. And then I do this. All right. Okay, giveaway started. It automatically has put a timer on there, even though I told it not to. No, it's just counting. Okay, so there is a sticker giveaway. I will ship anywhere in the world for this, so feel free to enter if you are foreign. It's fine. Well, foreign, not in the US, which is where I am, because it's just sent letter mail, so it's not going to be like a big extra cost situation. It'll just come to you as a letter would. So do ! Raffle. Subscribers and VIPs and mods all get an extra entry. If I recall my settings correctly. So if you are any of those things, you will get extra entries. And then I'll pull that at some point. You do not need to be present to win. You just need to have your DMs open somewhere so I can contact you for your mailing address. Unless somebody wins whose mailing address I already have, and then you can just do that. Okay. Any other business to discuss? I don't know. Again, I'm like super out of it. Because I also, Cap was gone with his daughter this weekend, so I did not go to bed at the time that I would usually go to bed. I stayed up a little late. I tried to finish the book that I was talking about on Saturday night, but I stayed up reading it until 2 in the morning, and there was still like 70 pages left, and I was like, I can't do this. I'm going to bed. And then I also 100% of the achievements in Strange Antiquities this weekend. Oh yeah, that's always a pain in the ass, Oren. Good luck. Okay, but we're working on this today. I did. It's back here. You guys don't need to know the whole sentence. It's okay. I just need to set up my reference image. No, I didn't plug this in, did I? That's okay. Oh, this is what I was working on during Star's stream today. Prepping the crystal boba for sticker time. Because I hand cut out everything. Because I don't like the way that the auto cutout does it. I don't like the edges. So that will be coming at some point. I can also show you that this is a painting that I did without you guys. This is another one of the designs that my patrons voted on for the Sticker Club sticker next month. So it was between the Crystal Boba, the beautiful ghost, and then this one. So this will also be coming soon at some point. And I would really like it if this would stop being so fucking accurate. So these will happen at some point. When, I could not tell you, because that involves a level of forethought I don't currently have. But I wanted this. They also updated Procreate, and things are in different spots now, and they behave differently, and it's messing with my brain. No, that's the one I wanted. Me not being able to remember where the fuck I put something. It happens digitally, too. There we go. Alright. This can go here. Khan has not joined us. I think he's still sleeping on my bed. He'll probably wander out here at some point. Great. Do I remember what we were doing last time? Not really. Because it's been literally a week. So we'll see where we go. Because I definitely need to darken up the molt a little bit, and we do have a lot of shading and color building to do on our Cicada buddy here too. Let me see. Because I'm pretty sure I did green tinted brown down here. So that just makes sense. But we do have a ways to go on darkening some of these areas. So let's work on that. How's everybody else doing, though? I don't think I asked that yet. I definitely feel like I haven't streamed in a week. Okay. I think that's about right. You know what? If I don't set a timer for ending the sticker giveaway, I will forgo. So I'm gonna set a half-hour timer on my watch, and when I get confused when that starts buzzing, that's why. So at about like 2:30ish, which for me, which would be 3:30 Pacific, so about in a half hour. Yeah, all good. I definitely feel that. I am waiting for a new book to come from my library now that I finished the other one. And it will either be another mystery from an author that I found this year that I quite like, or it will be Chuck Tingle's new book. So we'll see who wins, who finishes their book first, because I'm first in line for both of them at this moment. So, okay, I definitely need to make the legs a lot darker. And I do think that I can darken up a few spots on the body, but this level of color might be okay. I did do, I remember, a kind of like muted green here to show the rest of the cicada. Hi, Tomato. How's it going? I do have some other stuff that should be, I don't know, getting to a point where I can tell you guys about it soon. But we'll see. Hopefully, because, like, I don't think the cicada is going to take the rest of the month. So, and I do have other stuff that I can work on stream. But we'll see if I have the other thing done by then. And I can show you guys a new thing, kind of. Oh yeah, for real, allergies are the worst. That's part of why I feel so crummy, I think, honestly. Because it's basically what passes for fall in Alaska, so it's rainy, and there's a bunch of leaves on the ground already. Because all the leaves just like drop at once for Alaska fall. So we'll get that, and then we'll have first snow probably before Halloween. But we've had a lot of rain, which I like personally, but people don't like it. But I grew up in Portland, so like the rain does not scare me. Oh yeah, wind is also difficult just because, like, it messes with a lot of stuff. Yeah, I grew up in Portland, Oregon, so, like, I will say the rain is part of me. I can, like, freak people out with being able to tell what kind of rain is happening and when it's gonna happen. But, like, it isn't some great skill. It's just because I grew up in a place where it rained a lot, so you, like, get used to it, you know? Ooh, yeah, I'm Shirkfelds. Yeah, that's rough. I'm sorry. Yeah, exactly. Like, it might be cold at first, but really it's not that big a deal. You can be a little cold for a little bit. It's less the clouds and more the pressure, I think. So, like, I can tell from barometric pressure shifts, which I've realized are also a migraine trigger for me. So I feel them very intensely in comparison to a lot of people. But like there was a time when I was downtown with my boyfriend at the time and his mom, and it started raining, and they were like, oh, it's gonna ruin our whole day. And I was like, nah, this is gonna end in like less than 10 minutes. It's gonna like rain buckets for a hot second, and then it's gonna be done. And they were like, oh yeah, sure, Katie doesn't know what she's talking about. And that is exactly what happened. And then they started calling me a witch. I've talked about this boyfriend and his mother before. This is the boyfriend that I called the bad ex. So the bad ex did that, which you might be able to figure out why I call him the bad ex from that a little bit. I really wish Streamlabs would fix the thing where it adds a random character at the beginning of a giveaway command. Because it definitely does that for all of them. Yeah, derogatorily bewitched. But that's also, his parents are also the reason that I decided that I couldn't be a elementary school teacher. Fun fact. Because, like, at the time when I was dating him, I was in the teaching school, like the education program, and they just regularly told me how much they hated teachers to my face. A lot. And told me, like, stories where I was supposed to be on their side about how they'd treated teachers in X's past. And I was like, you guys are fucking insane, actually. Like, that is not normal behavior at all. And no wonder they didn't like you and treated you poorly, because you were treating them poorly. Like, what the fuck? And that was kind of like the last straw, where I was like already concerned about being able to see how parents are damaging their kids and stuff like that. And then they were like, yeah, teachers are the devil. And I'm like, what? If I ever ran into somebody like you as a teacher, I would be in jail. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, that was not a good relationship. And I was aware that it wasn't going to be good about 2 weeks in, but I stayed longer than that. But yeah, they were not kind people. Although I will say that relationship did give me the best evidence that I could not be on birth control without my brain going insane. Looking back at it, because, like, aside from the relationship not being great, I was also on a different form of birth control for a bit. And that was bad. That was bad for my brain. And I didn't realize that was why until later. But yeah, definitely gave me some proof about that. Oh yeah, 100% Bewitch. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of people who would be very good for kids who cannot make teaching work. And that is not their fault. But as society, we have really, like, fucked that up. Is, like, at this point, if you are teaching, you cannot just be a teacher. Like, aside from, like, having to learn specific things for certain situations that happen in schools, it just straight up does not pay enough to live on anymore. So if you are teaching, you almost always also have a summer job, and sometimes you also have an extra job while school is in session. And I know plenty of people like that. Yeah, hindsight is a bitch. And, like, I get that it's not her fault, but come on. Why couldn't she just have told me outright? Yeah. Yeah. I have been told I would be like a good mother a lot, which like I don't want to do that. We've discussed this. And I was always told I would be a good teacher because that's what I wanted to do since I was really little. But yeah. The current dumpster fire definitely does not help. And to be honest, like even when I was in college, the situation for teachers wasn't good. And it's only gotten worse. So. Ooh, good tomato. We love a co-work. We'll see how long this stream is, honestly, because I knew that streaming would improve my mood, but I'm also so eepy. I'm so eepy, you guys. Because I am still on a fair amount of antihistamines at the moment, so it's gonna take a couple days for the excess to work out of my system, which is how it should be. Like that was on purpose, but it does make me a tired little bitch. I also don't know if Rainbow is streaming today. I don't recall if she had posted a schedule the last time I looked. Well, I didn't see that she had posted a schedule, I guess is more accurate. Which will affect how long I feel like I should go. Oh, I feel that, tomato. I just want to play my video game. I started, restarted, I guess is more accurate, because I played it on Switch. But I started playing Cozy Grove last night. I've also been playing more Animal Crossing lately. And like, I just want to sit and listen to my audiobooks and play video game, but I'm not allowed to do that. Because the world was made to make us suffer. I do know Shawnee has also been playing a fair amount of No Man's Sky. As Kappa's been watching them play. I'm just like that. It's just the right amount of stim level for me. And to be fair, when I say listening to an audiobook, 98% of the time, I mean I'm re-listening to the Hunger Games series. So often I will, if I'm doing something else. Okay, cool. Thanks, bud. I will go look in a second. So like, if I'm doing something that involves other reading or something, I will listen to an audiobook that I already know pretty well. So it's more like background noise and not necessarily me trying to absorb information. Which is different, I feel like. Okay, well that already looks more like a thing. I do want to make the eyes darker, even though that's not like true to life accurate, just because I feel like it'll feel better. And probably do some more shading on the legs. Yeah, that's fair, RM. And like everybody, like even if we have the same like neuro weirdness, everybody has like a different optimum stim level, so like things that one person are good with somebody else won't be, you know. So like if I'm controlling all the sound, I can do both of those things, but I cannot focus on a game correctly if I'm also on call with my boyfriend. Because it's just, I don't know, it's the wrong combo. Like, I can play some stuff while I'm on call with him, but it has to be stuff that I can, like, set down so that I can actually listen to him when he's talking. And sometimes he will have said a number of things, and I realize that I have not heard anything he said. Like, I heard the sounds, I did not comprehend anything. And I have to be like, wait, what did you say? Yeah, okay. Rainbow is streaming tonight. Cool. Yeah, that's also fair. Like, what's weird is I can listen to music with lyrics, but it has to be music that I'm not familiar with. So it needs to be things that I don't know the lyrics to, so it can't be music that I'm very familiar with. Because if I know the lyrics, I will try to sing along and then I will get distracted. But if it's lyrics that I don't know, then that somehow bypasses that entire system. And don't tell me how to make sense of that. Like, I don't know either, man. It just is. Yeah, exactly, Aaron. Which is why, so the other day when I was trying to focus, I put on a playlist of Mongolian, like, death metal. Because I'm not going to learn Mongolian. Like, that's not a thing that's going to happen if I'm just listening to the music. Yeah. Yeah. There was a playlist that I found on Spotify, but honestly, most of the playlist was Finnish. And I was like, that's not even remotely the same thing. Who made this? What's wrong with you? Like, so I'm going to need to go through that and pick the actual Mongolian bits out of it. I don't know. It was I'm not sure which band it was. It was just like there's more than one, but it was just kind of like a random combo playlist that I was not paying attention to because I was working. But at one point I started recognizing some of the words and I'm like, that's not Mongolian. And I was like, that's Finnish. I know that. And looked at it and yeah, it was Finnish. I should be using a smaller brush for this, but this guy. But I also have a specific playlist that I listen to when I'm like writing something, which is like folk music mostly. So like a lot of Irish folk. Like fiddle and stuff, just because that's like the right vibes. Although, to be fair, if I'm writing Patreon posts, I probably will still be listening to Hunger Games. If I'm, like, 100% honest. Because I've listened to it so much that, like, I don't need to pay attention to it. And I do just like most of the people who read those. Excuse me. Yeah, it's easy to get, like, the words mixed in ways that you don't want. But the people who did the narration on most of the audiobooks for the full Hunger Games series are really good. So it's nice to listen to. In my opinion, at least. There is one where I don't think that the narrator was a good choice. But yeah, I think it is your bedtime stars. It is pretty late. And you did have a pretty big day, honestly. Sleep well. See you soon. I don't touch that series anymore, but the audiobooks we had when I was a kid were by Jim Dale, who was actually an actor that I knew because he was in the original Pete's Dragon, which was one of my favorite movies growing up. I still really like it. It's a good movie. The new one, I don't know. It's not even remotely the same story, so I've not touched it. Trying to decide if I want to go that deep on the shading for the butt too, and I think I might as well. Yeah, Jim Dale does a lot of like really good reading voices and stuff. Yeah, indeed, the times have changed. Ooh, why is that a completely different color? What did I pick up from my palette? Hello? Yeah, hi tens. We must scram. Oh, I do also need to put some more King's Gray in here. Yeah, I don't know how many he read for. I just know of that one off the top of my head. But the Hunger Games one, like the main trilogy, is read by Tatiana Maslany, who did Orphan Black. And I think she does a really good job. It's enjoyable to listen to, and like I think she did a good job of making different voices for folks. Because of Orphan Black, she said in like an interview that's at the back of one of them, she was kind of used to having to distinguish characters like that. So it's really fun to listen to. And like I'm also just obsessed with the books, you know. But I think you guys figured that out already. Very much one of like my hyperfixation things that has never stopped, honestly. Like that was the first fandom that I ever like truly participated in back on Tumblr when like, especially when the movies were coming out. There was a pretty big group of folks. And that's like most of the fan art I've ever made, except for Pokemon, I think, was for Hunger Games. I do also think the guy that they had do the new Haymitch book, the one that features Haymitch, Sunrise on the Reaping, is also very good. He did a good job. But the guy they had read Songbird of... or not Songbird. It's Songbirds and Snakes. Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. There we go. I can get the whole title out of my mouth. There's like a huge focus on music in that book, and the person that they had do the narrating like doesn't sing. So there's a portion of the book where one of the characters is doing like a little la 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 song, and the guy just reads it like la 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 la. la 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 la. And I'm like, why did you do that? Like, why did you hire this guy if he can't fucking sing? And like a main portion of this book is focused around lyrics and songs. What's your problem? Like, that doesn't match. All the other books, fantastic. That one choice for the narrator for that audiobook, I'm like, okay, who fucked up here? Because, like, turn on your location. I want to talk. So stupid. And, like, it could be argued that it's a choice, like a stylistic choice for that, because of who the focus of the book is, who wouldn't really care about the actual music, but also, like, one of the main characters also cares about the music, and, like, you can't just pick one thing there, I feel like, because it isn't like full from that point of view retelling. It's like the things are actually happening. So it feels, I don't know. I don't think it does the story very well. Like, I don't think it translates it well. Yeah, it's sad, honestly. Like, I do think that he does, like, a good reading for the rest of it, like, for the stuff from Snow's point of view specifically, but, like, that bit is just like, okay, like, you do actually need to have something here. You can't just la-la your way out of this, bud. Well, apparently you can and still get paid, but not if I was in charge. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Is there any place else that I really want to do more on? I don't think so. I think that's pretty good. I think I need to stop touching it for a little bit in any case, and I can look at it when it's fully dry. Okay, next is the actual Cicada. Excuse me. Which is a little bit more complicated. Because I do have just like a straight reference for the molted skin. The Cicada itself I've changed pretty significantly. So I gotta riff on the shading a bit. Because he's covering himself because he's shy. Because he's naked. I will say, actually, the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes movie is also a fucking nightmare. I could not get more than a half hour into it without having to stop. It was just real bad. It was real bad. See, like, when it was shot, I understand that there was a lot of necessity to do things to protect the actors from COVID as best they could. But literally everything in the part of the movie that I saw looks too clean and too empty. It doesn't feel lived in, especially since the entire book is supposed to take place in, like, the directly post-war while there's still reconstruction going on. And one, they shouldn't have tried to shove all of that in one movie. There was a great excuse to split it into 3 movies. And they didn't do that. And, like, some of the casting choices I also disagree with pretty heartily. For a variety of reasons. And I do think that the actress who played Lucy Gray was a good choice, and I think she was doing as well as she could with what she was given, but I don't think she was given very much. But they also changed a significant portion of stuff. Like, even in the first 30 minutes that I was watching, they changed a significant portion of plot points. To basically take their teeth out. Which, like, you expect some of that, but, like, it changes the message of the book, like, completely. Which, like... It irks me. It irks me. They at least got the flavor right with, like, the original trilogy. They did change some stuff that like, softened the blow a little bit, but it was still, like, the correct flavor, and I don't think they did that for Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, personally. I'm sure there are plenty of other people who disagree with me, but I think it's an atrocity. All right, we are going to close the giveaway for the stickers. So if you have not entered the sticker giveaway, now is the time to do it. The last chance you get. I'm gonna give you another little bit while I'm babbling before I close it. Yeah, Aria set off a single sticker giveaway. So if you do !raffle in the chat, you can join. And subscribers and mods get extra tickets. If anybody else has not entered yet, !raffle. Yeah, or waffle, as Shawnee would do. That's fair, Tens. That's fair. All right. I'm closing the entries. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, and I will pick a winner. Diabra! Excellent choice. Alright, and I believe I already have your address, Diabra, don't I? I think. Yeah, it's somewhere in my notes, I'm sure. Yeah, so you can pick any single sticker from my shop. And just let me, DM me on Discord or wherever is best for you. And that will send you a thing. Yeah. And then I will send it to you. It will probably get sent out this week because I'm going to send out the Sticker Club stickers this week too. So, but I think I know where I have it written down actually. Because I try to be careful about not saving people's addresses where anybody could find it. So I have a couple hidden spots where I might save them. I also am very careful about that with legal names because I have enough friends where your legal name is actually your dead name that I once I see it, I immediately forgore, you know? Okay. Planning what I want to do. There are a couple of points on this where it's going to be... Ooh, I should actually take a progress note now that I think about it. There are a couple of spots on this guy where the shell is a different color than the rest of it. So there's a couple of spots here and here that are a lot more yellowy green, and then the rest of these are kind of a more minty green. So we're gonna work with that a bit. Why do I have that color on my palette? What was I doing with you? Oh, I know why. Never mind. like, do I need to keep this on here for this project? No, this was from doing the Venuses. I remember. Which we might work on stream for the rest of the week. Because, like, I was concerned because, like, so I'm doing Venus figurines, like Paleolithic Venus, which I showed in my Discord a little bit ago. And I was mildly concerned because they have visible vulvas and they do be having titty, you know? So I was like, I don't know if I should really work on those on stream because they might not be TOS. But I've kind of decided that if I get banned for, like, if I get smacked for a couple weeks for painting Paleolithic stone pussy, I'm okay with that. Because that's just really fucking funny to me. Like, damn, you guys are freaks. You're really attracted to a rock. And, like, I don't think it's, like, that intense. It's not, like, a full petal picture, if you will. Okay. I was doing that so I could pull more of this. Oh, thanks, Streamlabs. If you guys didn't know, that's where my shop is. Yeah, exactly. Although Georgia O'Keeffe was actually, like, really pissed that people kept relating her paintings to vulvas. She fucking hated that. Which, like, then don't make them look like that, Georgia. Like, you could make them look a little bit less like that if you don't want people saying that. Just a thought. I do like how it picks up my water swishing sometimes. Okay. Yeah. That whole, like, Anish Kapoor is, like, kind of a dick, but also people think that he's a dick for the wrong reasons because Stuart Semple, like, targeted him in a way that was wildly unfair. So, like, Anish Kapoor does deserve to be called a dick, but for different reasons. Because he definitely has, like, a very hoity-toity view of art in general. And a self-inflated sense of importance. But the whole, like, I'm not going to remember the proper name for that, but the super black paint is not a reason that he's a dick. That was, like, way blown out of proportion. And Stuart Semple has, like, built his entire career over beating up a man of color. But yeah, it is pretty funny that he gets mad. Yeah, There's a lot of artists, like popular artists, who are just like such dicks, It's like, can you guys like shut up for 5 minutes and maybe actually make some fucking art? It's so stupid. But like Stuart Semple is still like beating that dead horse. It's so stupid. Like anytime he comes out with a new pigment, he still like drags that back out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like so clearly a bit that people have like fallen prey to. Which like I get it. And it's like funny to haha meme at a certain point, but like move on with your career, bruh. Oh, the eye. That's what I was thinking. Me losing track of my own thoughts. Oh yeah, and honestly, it kind of has always been like that, but it's like more obvious that they're awful because we have the internet, so we have constant access to everything everybody is doing. So like there are plenty of like capital A artists from the past who are also like fucking disgusting. Like Picasso, I will call out, who fucking knocked up a 15-year-old. Like, ew, you're in your 40s, stop. That's disgusting. And like plenty of artists also have fallen prey to like substance abuse and stuff. So like Jackson Pollock was like an atrocious alcoholic. And like there have been a lot of like really annoying artists in the world, but we definitely have like faster access to a lot of them now. I think doing like a darker green in here will be good. Make that feel a little bit more carved out. I may end up using a little bit of colored pencil on this one for the blush. I usually like the texture that it gives for little blushies because I feel like it not directs, that's not the word I'm trying to say. It like pulls the color off from the right. Distinct is the word I'm looking for. It distinctuates like from the background and the foreground. Like I said before, my brain is still not fully online. Do you think shading this guy with some blue is probably the play? Or maybe Viridian would be good. And we might end up doing like a little bit more yellow over the top. I don't think I did a great job at this of maintaining some highlights through it. I think it's gonna look a little blurred next to how drastically I've done the shell, so we might need to pull something back up to make that look better. Oh, Khan has joined us. Good morning, sunshine. Did you finally realize that I wasn't coming back? Did you have a good nap? As if you don't just always sleep. You slept in me, like, in my room with me the past couple nights. Oh, yeah, all good, Tens. Tumblr. Twitch Mobile do be liking to fuck up. It's really good at that. Oh, he's gonna go eat out of his bowl now that he woke up. But basically I was saying, like, there have always been a lot of assholes in the public capital A art world. It's just that we have a lot more access to them now than we used to. So like Picasso, for instance, like was a pedophile, for lack of a better word, because he did end up knocking up and marrying a teenager that he had an affair with while he was married to his wife. And then he divorced his wife and married the teenager. And a lot of his paintings are actually, like, she was a model for him, so a lot of his paintings were based off of her. Yeah, Picasso's gross, just in case anybody was wondering. He was a horrible misogynist and also, like, really gross about his sexual habits. Which is not something they like to teach you, because we like to pretend that all of those great artists did not do evil things. I also mentioned specifically that Jackson Pollock was a very intense alcoholic. So, like, there's plenty of things that have been around like that for a very long time. But the great thing about the internet is that we have access to those people and all of their thoughts all the time, which means it's a lot harder to hide the fact that you're gross. Ooh, yeah, I'm sorry, Tomato. Sorry to be the bearer of that news. Are you gonna attack my hand if I do this? No, you just want pets, okay. But yeah, so. Fair. But yeah, there's been a lot of gross artists. This is just a fact. I mean, it's just because, like, any group of people, there's gonna be gross people in it, you know? Like, that's just how it works. Yes, hi, Papa. You woke up from your nap and realized nobody had paid attention to you in over an hour. Oh, yeah, you won that battle, Oren. It's your birthday now. I share a birthday with Misha Collins, which is actually a pretty good one, I think, overall. And I do think that it's very funny that he's the only man that I think any of us know of who has had to come out as straight twice. That's fucking hilarious. Misha Collins does pretty well, honestly, all things considered. And just coming out as straight because you're such a good ally is so fucking funny. Like, A+, man. And yeah, it was 100% his own fault. He worded something in a way that, like, really made it sound like he was saying something else and didn't realize it right off the bat. Yeah, he's pretty cool. But I think you can live for like another half hour at least without pets. I really think you could manage that if you tried. Oh, yeah, that's much of an upgrade. I don't remember who else has my birthday. I always just remember Misha Collins because, like, they did a similar, like, it wasn't the Misha Apocalypse, but it was like Misha Apocalypse 2 on his birthday one year. And so I signed in and, like, to Tumblr specifically, and there were just, like, thousands of photos of saying happy birthday to him, and I was just like, I'm gonna pretend that this is for me, because I need attention. Yeah, Mr. Baby Man is like Tinkerbell, where if he doesn't get enough attention, he stops to exist. It's true. Do you want to sit up here on your tortilla? I think that would be a good solution for both of us. Because then I can lean my head back on you. And you can have another little nap. Okay, I'm not allowed to stop rubbing your ear. Noted. You gotta get back to the tortilla factory. The people are waiting. God, Jesus, no kidding. You're purring real loud, Bubba. Are we doing a flop? That means I gotta poke your belly. That means I gotta poke your belly. Until you attack my hand. Yeah. You aren't gonna be happy with me, Bubba, but I think we gotta trim your nails again tomorrow. I think we gotta get your back feet this time. I've been trying to trim, like, even if we aren't actually trimming his nails, I do the, like, motions of trimming his nails once a week so that he can get more used to it and doesn't freak out about it as much, and it's working so far. He also gets a lot of cheese after, which is his favorite food. His two favorite people foods are cheese and licking my popcorn. Not eating the popcorn, just licking. So I can't leave my bowl of popcorn in my room if I walk off. I have to bring it with me. Otherwise I come back to kitty spit on my popcorn. Your ear's real itchy today, huh, Papa? Yeah, pretty much. I also have been using, like, flavored popcorn things, and any of the ones that have, like, some sort of milk product in it, he really likes. Right? That is disappointing, Tens. In an alternate universe, Fox News is just something where, like, videos of foxes are playing, like, all the time. Yes, I know. I'm petting you, so I'm aware that you want pets, Papa. Slamming your head into my hand while I'm actively petting you does not make that happen faster. It just means that I accidentally poke you in the eye and then you get mad at me. Oh yeah, common cat thing. I do know somebody who, like, their cat was like not drinking as much water after surgery and it was causing problems. So what they did was set up water glasses around the house and would take a single sip out of the water glasses, and then the cat would drink water out of the glasses to be naughty, to up his water intake. Are we done? Are we done being touched now? Okay. We have satiated the beast for now. Which I needed to let that layer dry anyway, so that works out nicely. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Gotta paw around in there. There might be secrets. You never know. Or are you going to mark every single cardboard box that's over there, Bubba? Are those all yours now? That means that you can do the recycling this week, right? Yeah, smart. I do also do that just because, like, I don't know, it's better for me, and if I knock it over, it spills less, you know? So I have some extra time before it's a full-on disaster. Doodle! Hello. Oh, I didn't tell you guys this. I posted about it on Blue Sky yesterday, though. Yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Maybe day before yesterday. I don't know what time is. But I did discover that Mr. Babyman likes licking the sticky mats that I use for the silhouette cutter to do like stickers and stuff. He just likes licking the sticky part. So if the sticky part is covered, he leaves them alone. But if the sticky part is like visible, as in I have a sheet of stickers on there that I'm about to feed into the machine to cut, he will lick the sticky part. And I don't know why. Like, he's not interested in them elsewhere. Like, he won't chew on them. He won't play with the plastic. He just likes licking the sticky part. It's very strange. And I'm not sure what the reasoning, the cat reasoning of that is. Like, does the sticky stuff taste good? Does he think he's helping me clean up? Like, what's the play there, buddy? Yeah, that's possible. I don't know what they use to get the stick, I guess. Yeah. And he does like crunching on a plastic. Like, he just likes the sound. But he hasn't done that with those mats. He prefers like the thinner stuff. So if I'm like packaging stickers with like the little crinkle bags, he will try to eat those. He's all for that. Very strange. Very strange. But I mean, also he's a cat, so like I cannot expect like logic out of him, really. Because like a cat, you know? Yep. He has started liking being picked up, though, which is good. Because my brother, Greg, keeps picking him up. And it's gotten to the point where, like, he will ask to be picked up now. Yeah, I love a little critter. There's a whole little guy in my house. And we haven't had a cat for a while, so we had our cat Jack, who passed away. Gosh, when was that? 2018, I think? Yeah, totally fair, Aaron. I get that 100%. Technically, Khan isn't being rehomed with us. He is, like, a guest in our home while his real mother, like, gets settled in another area. But there's been some stuff with that, so we might be keeping him longer. I don't know. Like, it's kind of unclear. But we haven't had a cat since Jack, who we had, like, I grew up with that cat. Like, I still have lived longer with that cat than without that cat. Because we got him when I was, like, gosh, like 11 maybe. And he lived a very long time. We had him like 21 years-ish. Yeah, that's fair too, Tens. See, I usually just stay home. Like, I don't leave the house very often, so I'm great for a cat, honestly. We'll see. Like, if that is what ends up being best, definitely we will do that. But I won't steal him from his mommy. But he does seem to have settled in here pretty well. And he definitely has picked me as primary human. Which I'm fine with. It makes me feel important. Yes, Your Highness. What can I do for you? Do you need more pets now that you had a snack? Is that what's going on? Hi. He's like, you aren't sitting in the comfy place with me, and you've been gone long enough that the heated blanket has turned off. Which is an affront to cat kind. do think I need to clean your ears, Bubba. Because they've been bugging you a lot. I think you probably have some gunk in there we gotta get rid of. He's also been a little bit sneezy. Yeah, people really just like we've discussed this on stream before, but any pet that somebody says is an easy, low maintenance pet, that means that they are neglecting their pets. There is not a single animal that is low maintenance. Like, that's a living ass creature, bro. Take care of it. Like, it needs enrichment too. Like, if you wouldn't be happy staying at home with no toys for 18 hours, you cannot do that to an animal. Like, come on. I'll have it again. Also, some people use that, like, that form of logic as an excuse for letting their cats be outdoors. But that is also not a good idea. Just for the record, I will not accept that logic. Because, like, you wouldn't let your toddler outside like that. Yes, Your Highness. I am actively petting you. Why are you slapping me to try and get me to pet you? Yeah, I feel that, Tense. And, like, I respect the decision and, like, the thought there, like, the consideration, even though it sucks. Because, yeah, that's why we didn't get another pet for a long while, because we just, like, really weren't in the correct, like, zone to have a pet. So it wouldn't have been fair to the creature. But Khan just kind of ended up here because of circumstance. So, and he seems to be doing just fine. Yes, Your Highness. Well, I do think you're getting chubby, Bubba. Because Khan was living with another cat and 2 dogs, I believe. But the other cat is like, apparently, I've not met this cat, but the other cat is apparently like a food hound. So we're guessing that Khan is just actually getting the amount of food that he's being given now, which is why he's getting a little chonky. But she's allowed to be chonky. Like, that's not a huge problem. But he has gained weight here. You have, it's true. Which is fine, you're allowed. Oh, I apparently, like, accidentally called out my dental hygienist when I was at the dentist this last week. Because we were talking about dogs, because I forget how we got on the topic. It might have been because Khan was sleeping in my room and throwing a hissy fit about stuff. You do that. You weren't allowed to look at me. That's just true. Oh no, I remember what it was. I remember how we got there, but you guys don't need to know that. I'm chatty with people. But she was talking about one of her relatives has a pit bull that she's trying to figure out how to get into another country where, like, pit bulls have a bad rep, which is not fair. I have never met a mean pit bull. They've all been absolute sweethearts. And I mentioned that, like, the dogs you really want to watch out for are Chihuahuas, because, like, their owners really do not train them well. And she was like, I'm guilty of that. I have a Chihuahua. And I was like, no. And she was like, yeah. I was like, come on. And she was like, yeah, I'm fully guilty and I'm aware of that. So I just don't let him out of the house. And I was like, that's fair. At least you're aware of it. But I definitely, like, full whole body called her out on accident. She was very nice and took it well. But yeah, poodles too. The way that I described it is, like, there are some dogs that, 1, are often overweight, and 2, are often trained poorly. And they're often small dogs because people feel like they don't need to train small dogs well because they can just pick them up. Which means that, one, the dog isn't trained well, and two, the dog has its bodily autonomy ignored on a regular basis. Which I would be pissed about that, too. And they also tend to be in families who, and with people, especially older people, who don't pay attention to the correct nutritional information. So their dogs end up overweight and cranky. Which, like, again, valid. Like, that's a creature who's not having a fun time, and I understand that. But it is definitely a pattern. Yeah, exactly. Like, we blame breeds of dogs when really it's the owner's fault. Like, if you have not trained your dog, the dog is not going to be well trained. That's just the way that it works. Like, and so people get all up in arms about pit bulls. And the dental hygienist also had a good point, which is like, if you get bitten badly by a Chihuahua, because they're so small, it's not as damaging. But if you get bit by a pit bull, that's kind of like a bigger jaw, and so it's like a worse bite in general. So they kind of just like get blamed for something that's really not their fault on a number of levels. But yeah. So I accidentally called her out on not training her dog properly. Because she was like, yeah, I also have big dogs and I did train them right. And I'm like, yeah, sorry. Oh yeah, 100%. Pugs are also often in the same category where they aren't well trained and they're often overweight. Same with wiener dogs and mini poodles. Those three often end up in the same camp through no fault of their own. God, I worked with somebody who had 2 pugs, and they were both like massively overweight, and the person would complain about them constantly while also being like the #1 proponent of constant diet culture. Like, she was constantly going on diets, and in a way that was like really unhealthy, but would not feed her dogs properly. Drove me fucking nuts. Because if you guys didn't know, my grandma, while I was growing up, raised, bred, and showed dogs. So I was around dogs a lot, with like a lot of knowledge about how to take care of the dogs and what appropriate contact with a dog is like. There have been some movements to like breed those kind of breeds back to what they used to be when they were healthier, which I think is really good. So like we can keep the breed while also making them healthier. So like backtracking the mistakes that everybody else made, you know? Yeah, for sure. And Dalmatians are very often deaf because of the inbreeding that they did to get that specific kind of dog. They're deaf a lot of the time, which would make you cranky too because you can't tell what's going on, you know? So like, I get it. I do. As like basically any problem anybody has ever had with a dog or cat is because of people. And it might not necessarily be because of you. It might be something that happened in the animal's past, but like you still got to deal with it. You know? 100% tens. There are so many people who want to get corgis who should not own corgis. Corgis will try to run you into the ground. Like, they are so smart. You need to be ready to deal with a dog who is an escape artist if you're getting a corgi. And the kind of people who like corgis cannot handle them. It's so bad. It's so bad. Yeah, agreed. And like, breeding and stuff to a point, I understand. So like, my grandma and grandpa, for instance, also were very active in helping homeless dogs get rehomed and all that kind of stuff. So they understood like the responsibility there, and we're always very careful about how many dogs they bred and all that kind of stuff. And we're also very careful about inbreeding and that kind of stuff in general. But like those kind of people who buy dogs specifically to breed them so that they can make money selling puppies. Big wrong buzzer. Don't do that. Don't do that. 1, it's bad for the dogs. 2, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Like, stop it. You aren't helping anything. You're making it all worse. Which I did know somebody who did that with miniature poodles, and I did call him out on it, and he has not done it since. Yeah, all that to say, take care of your animals correctly. Thank you. Remember that they are living creatures just like you. What's going on out there, Bubba? What's going on? Anything interesting? He's sitting in the window looking out. He does enjoy some watching. We get a lot of dogs walking through the neighborhood because we have a dog park pretty like within walking distance here. Which is nice. I go down there sometimes if I need like a pick-me-up. Okay. Yeah, the window is cat TV. Although he does also like watching my streamers with me. There are some that he likes better than others. He's very fond of I. Like, he'll just sit there and listen to I talk for, like, ages. And he also enjoys Rainbow. I think because there's so much stuff moving on her layout that it's very interesting to Cat. Yeah, we do have a lot of birds, too. We have, like, a big tree right out front. So we get a bunch of different kind of birds hanging out in there. We've got a lot of magpies. And we used to have a lot of ravens, but the magpies kind of ran the ravens out, which is unfortunate. I think I need to work on the... Well, maybe I don't. I don't know, maybe this is done. Ish. Like, we still have to work on the blush. I'm thinking about, like, I don't know what this is called, but, like, his little Bane mask. And how much more I should be messing with that. But he also just, like, he will sit and... like occasionally stare at whatever I'm watching too, because he wants to be included. He is a very social cat. Which is why I think he likes it when I'm just like sitting in bed. Because he can sprawl out and just hang out with me. He loves it when I'm playing video game because I lay down in bed. And then he can snuggle up. He will regularly, like, if I'm working on my laptop and stuff, he will sit so that his butt is pressed completely against my leg. And he's very warm. So my leg gets too hot. I bet he's going to have a bunch of fun when more of the leaves fall and start blowing around. I like how I said I was going to do a thing and then didn't do it at all and worked on a different part of the painting. Yeah, Phoebe needs her attention. She needs love. They are both long hairs. Khan is a long-haired gray, but I'm assuming that his mom just adopted him because that's usually what she does with her animals. But I don't know his backstory. Phoebe is like really small though. Phoebe is tiny. Con is not so tiny. He's like, he was 12 pounds when he got here. I would guess that he's 13 pounds now. I had to check how heavy he was because he came when we were, like when I had surgery, so I needed to be aware of how heavy the things I was lifting were. So I was like, how heavy is this cat? It's like 12 pounds. I'm like, okay, I can't lift him for like another month and a half. So if he gets into trouble, I ended up like pivoting him, so I would pick him up so that his back legs were still down and then just like turning him around, which he was not a fan of. Although he was like distressed the first time I picked him up, because as soon as I got cleared from my doctor for picking stuff up again, I came back and picked him up. And he was like, I thought we weren't going to do this. Hi, Shawnee. I love you, Shawnee. And yeah, it's gone fine. We had a sticker giveaway earlier. Do you think I'm probably going to take a break in here real quick? I don't think I'm going to manage to make it until Rainbow starts streaming, even though I did have an actual good lunch this time, which I often don't, which is part of why I end early when I'm streaming on Mondays. But I don't know that we're super far from finishing this guy either. So I'm torn a little bit. We still need to work on the blushy bits a bit. And I need to mess with the shading on the eye, I think. But aside from that, like, I don't know. I think this is most of the way done. All good, Shawnee. All good. I think you know, but I'd rather you take care of yourself and your spoons. Like, I'm always happy to see you, but I know that you don't always take as good of care of yourself as you could. So when you do, I'm pleased about it. I need to do XYZ. Maybe I should take a break and then just do it anyway. I do need to add some white ink, I think, to those highlights. I kind of smudged them a bit too much for them to be worth much. I don't know. I think he looks fine. I think this is fine. I might add another layer of color on his arms. Maybe. Or I could dip the wrong side of a paintbrush in the water. How about that? Just kind of like a pale green over here. I do feel like those highlights are a bit too intense. Like that. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's done. Except for the blush and the eye spots, but those are like last details. I do also need to go to the bathroom at some point, which is probably something that I shouldn't put off, even though I technically could. So don't know where I put. Yes, hello, Bubba. That is my head. These are the acrylics. I might have put them in there. Hi, Bubs. Yes, I know your ears are always so itchy. So itchy. Where did I put them, Bubba? Oh, they're over there. Can you grab them for me? I would find that really useful.
Go piss.
Good, we got that one. Alright, I will take a break because Tomato said so. And I will be back. I am going to run ads. Don't look at them. We hate capitalism here. And I still get the money even if you aren't staring at the screen. So feel free to take a break with me. Go get a little sippy. Take a break. Go to the bathroom. Stare at something that's farther away from your face than your screen. Your eyeballs will thank you. And I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. You should also be back. Clicking the startup screen there would not have helped me. True, honestly. It's kind of that thing where, with like physical junk mail, when they sent you a return envelope, you could like shove the return envelope full of something like really heavy in comparison, and it would cost the company money. Ooh, beef stew. That sounds really good. I haven't made soup in a while. Maybe I should do that this week. I wouldn't use beef because, like, I don't have that kind of money. But... okay. I do think that I want to deepen the shadows on the arm a little bit, because I'm looking at it on stream and it's not as drastic as it is in person. And the stuff that's on screen is how it's going to scan. So it means that's how it's going to look on the sticker. So we're going to intensify that a little bit. And I did grab my colored pencils, which you just heard. Sorry, that was really loud. There we go. Yes, Papa. I know I moved around and it was confusing for you. Yeah, I like, it's a potion. Soup is a potion. Because you can shove, like, anything in there. And we do have a lot of potatoes right now that could stand to get used. I think we also have some carrots, so it could be a good one. I think we still have some wild rice, too. I really like putting wild rice in soups because it freezes a lot better than, like, pasta or rice does. So it lasts a lot better. What, Papa? What's up? There's also a native tribe that sells wild rice, and if you buy their brand, it actually supports the tribe, and they obviously have like more ethical, like growing practices and stuff, and pay their workers properly. I want to say it's Red Lake, but I will look it up just to make sure. Yeah, Red Lake Nation wild rice. And they do sell through Amazon also, which I know is kind of like counterproductive, but with shipping costs, that's like what I can manage. But they're from Minnesota. It's a tribe from Minnesota, and they grow and sell in like good sized containers too. That isn't like crazy expensive. I also just kind of like wild rice. It does take longer to cook, but that means that it's like really good for slow cooker soups. But I bought like a set of 1 pound bags just so that we didn't have everything open at once. And it's lasted a really long time. I also like just cooking wild rice and putting like fruit in it. Like dried fruit. It's really good. Okay, I think that's better. These shadows are a little bit more pronounced now. So I think doing highlights and then I think that's really the only spot I want to white highlight. And then where did I just put those? And then colored pencil pink. I don't remember which pink I liked for this because I've done it before. So we're gonna play around and see which pink I like. You're also gonna get a nice ASMR of me going through this container. One of these three. I think this one is the one that I usually use. Yeah. Like that. And that's a little bit more pronounced, so you can tell that he's embarrassed that he's naked. I'm trying to decide if I want to go grab my Venuses to pull out, but I know that I won't finish one today, and I like doing those ones in one sitting because otherwise I forget what the hell I'm doing in between. Ooh, I know what we need to do, actually. You guys, hold on just 1 second. I will be right back, okay? I'm not switching over to the BRV screen. You guys can just wait. Hang on. I know what I forgot to tell you guys about. I've been testing print papers for making art prints. And there's one that I want to try and embellish, which is this one. So this is a print from my printer, but it's on watercolor paper. And I want to embellish the gold bits on this so that they actually sparkle in the print. But I want to see how this paper holds up to that. So that is something we can do right now. And let's see. When I did this painting, I used my Beamer's Gold. Yeah, this one. So that will match the original painting. It's a little bit more opaque, but I don't think I'll need to use as much on this because, like, I feel like the scan really showed that this is metallic. You know, it feels metallic even if it's not shiny in person. So I do want to try to embellish that, and we can do that right now. And I can show you guys these other prints. So, ooh, why are you sticky, Bubba? I say that to my print and not the actual cat. I've just started saying things like that to the cat, so now Bubba is like the end-all be-all of a phrase. But I got some postcard paper that turned out really nice. I think these are really good. So I'm gonna add a postcard tier, like a monthly postcard tier, to my Patreon. That's gonna be coming soon. I've priced stuff out. Just need to. I do want to redo my the like logos for each of my print. My like Patreon tiers, because I want to have a the sticker tier and then a postcard tier, and then both the sticker and the postcard, which will be adding another 2 tiers, and maybe getting rid of some of the ones in the middle that not a lot of people use. I'm not sure, or like giving people the option to opt into other stuff. in a different way. I'll need to poke around with that. And I also got this like shimmer paper, which I don't think I'm gonna use for much, because it makes the colors like really chalky. But the paper does have like a nice little shine to it. So I thought it would be good for like this one with like the really dark color, but it does look pretty chalky in person. But I thought it would be nice for this Adam one that we did. So I scanned it without the text and with the text. That actually looks better on stream than it looks in person, which I find interesting. But it does end up looking kind of like pale and weird in person. So I'll probably just use this for, I don't know, random personal projects. But the postcards definitely are going to be a thing. These turned out really well. And we'll see about this paper. Get some moisture in there, because it'll make it easier to pick stuff up. I don't think I want to use those brushes because they hold on to so much pigment that the mica will never get washed out. This one might be good for it actually. But those round ones just really, they don't wash the pigment out like at all. So we'll see how this works. Because I know Trisha does embellished prints, but she gets hers printed through a company. So it'll be a little bit different, but she specifically gets prints on watercolor paper so she can do this. I also think just doing the watercolor paper means that it looks more correct, quote unquote, to the original. Because like the original does have a similar texture. I also need to realize that I don't need to use a huge amount of pigment because I've already got the color backing on this. It's just to make it a little sparkly. But I wanted to make sure that if I did this, it wasn't going to like pick up the pigment from the printer. Because let me tell you, the printer that you guys helped me afford is pretty bitchin'. This looks like really great. I could not, like, I have little stickers that I put on the back of the packaging for my sticker tier, like my sticker club on Patreon, just to mark them as Patreon stickers, because the extras end up going into my mystery bag packs. So if you get one that's from Patreon, you'll know that it's exclusive. You guys really can't tell on screen, but this is real shiny now. Look at how good that looks. Yeah, this slaps. I'm a genius. And I definitely picked a good paper. I've researched like a lot about which paper I should use. And I got a small pack just in case, but this one comes in a variety of sizes, so it'll be really good. I'll need to decide what prints I'm adding in the future. Yeah, so now I just get to do that for every single one of these. Which means these prints are going to be a little bit more expensive because they're hand embellished, but I think that's probably worth it for plenty of people. But my printer, I might use a bigger brush for the farther out bits here. What was I saying? Oh, my printer will print up to 11 by 17, which is like big print size. And this paper does come in that size, which is really nice. Yeah, exactly, Shawnee. I mean, I don't know that I've ever seen anybody get kicked out of a parking lot while they were in their car, unless they had already caused some sort of problem. So I think you'll be okay. But, I don't know. You know quite a few artists now who do like hand embellished prints, which I think is pretty cool. It kind of like gives back a little bit of the original kind of art owning vibe, you know? Because each one is going to be a little bit different. So it feels, I don't know, it feels more artsy to me. And I think probably embellish this, and then we probably end, because I do believe I'm in charge of my own supper today, so I should figure that out before I get hangry. And I do know that Goose is live today, so we can go bother Goose. Thanks, Tomato. This is a print. This isn't even the original. I maybe should have grabbed the original so that you could see the difference, but this one is from December, when the color was this gold color that we're using. But I believe the original is still for sale. I think I left that listing up. I sometimes, like, if something hasn't sold, I'll take the listing down for a bit and then put it back up when I think about it again. Which maybe isn't, like, the best business practice, but it makes me feel better. I also sometimes just straight up forget to write a listing for a piece. Because all my patrons get like first whack at any originals that I put up for sale. So I post there first, and then if nobody takes it, I will make the listing. Yeah, doesn't that look so nice? It's beautiful. I do think the like background helps with the shimmer showing up well too, because then it doesn't like change the color super drastically. I don't remember if I actually did a color backing for this when I did the original. I often do that with the metallic like pearlescent colors, where I'll put a like background color down in regular watercolor and then do the sparkle over top, because a lot of the sparkle paints, like, they aren't very opaque, so if you want them to be like a very strong color, you need to put something down to back them up. But I'll probably, since this is turning out great, I will go through and decide what other pieces I'm going to make prints of. Because since I can print them myself, I'll end up just making like one to make the listing with, and then I'll just print them on demand, basically. But I don't want to offer my entire catalog. Because if I offered every single painting that I've ever done, that would be like ridiculous. I have way too much art, and I really do not have enough storage to do that. I don't have enough storage for the art that I do have, like the originals. I'm way more productive than I sell. I know that somebody really wants the iris that I showed you guys on the shimmer paper. probably offer that one. And I do think also the Neighboring Atoms painting would be good. Other than that, I don't know. Often the paintings that I think are really good are not the ones that are popular. Well, the ones that I really like, I guess is a better way to phrase that, are not ones that other people really like. So maybe I'll do like a poll or something to see what people are interested in. Because I will say, I started an imprint specifically because one person said that they would buy a specific piece as a print because they couldn't afford the original, and then they never did. Which is very common as an artist. People are like, oh, if you made this, I would buy it. And then they don't. Even if you like message them like, hey, you said you'd be interested in this, I added it. Yeah, me too. It drives me nuts. Because when I say, if you add this, I'll buy it, I mean it. And I actually have 2 prints right over there that I asked the artist to add to their shop because I was going to buy it. And you know what? I did because I really wanted it. There's another one actually that I need to buy from somebody. That's so cute. I'm probably going to get one for me and one for Kat because it's a capybara and the little capybara kid, and the little capybara kid is in a little strawberry basket. And it's so cute, and I love it. And every time I look at it, I'm like, that's Cap and Amelia. So I'll probably get one for me and then one for him. Maybe 3. I could get one for her, too. Because it's on imprint, so it's not like a super expensive print. But yeah, I did reblog that one from the artist a while back. Yeah, that's so funny, Shawnee. That was fucking hilarious. And you should feel free to put that in Discord if you want to. But that is a Tumblr artist, the capybara one. I want to say it's like Odette or something like that. I know the combo of what their username and their image looks like, their icon looks like. I could not tell you what either of them really are, though. I just know the right shapes if they're next to each other. But they did like a whole little series of capybaras and berries, and it was super cute. But the strawberry one was like the cutest for sure. And I was waiting so patiently for them to put it on their imprint, and I think that they finally did. So funny. This is so shiny for me from this angle, and you guys can't see it like at all. It's so funny. I did change the sizing on this one a little bit because the original is kind of a weird size. Because I wanted it to be big because I wanted the light beams to go past like the edge of the painting, quote unquote. So I used kind of a weird sheet of paper. Ooh, actually, I can see the edge on here. So I might need to touch that up, actually. But yeah. So that turned out great. None of the ink moved, and it looks nice. So I think that's a go, and I'll probably use this one for product shots. And I do think our cicada is also done. So. Yeah, I love that for you, Tens. I often like things that are kind of weird, I guess, in comparison to other people. So like one of the prints that I asked the person to put up is a spider, like a painting of a spider. Oh, thank you, Shawnee. I'm assuming that was Shawnee. Yeah, there it is. It was Shawnee. But the print that I got is a spider made out of like sewing materials. So it's got like a little like measuring tape and spools and stuff, like spools of thread. Yeah, for real. it can be really frustrating because, like, I have a lot of some stickers that haven't sold super well. I think that they would do better if I started doing, like, in-person sales, which I'm trying to get going. I was hoping to, like, work on that this summer, but I had surgery and then traveled, so that didn't happen. But I do think a lot of the stuff that I don't sell a lot of will probably do better in person. Because, like, there are quite a few of, like, my older art that don't sell super well. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird what people, like, are super into and what they aren't. It's like, you cannot predict it at all. Because I'll make something, I'll be like, I think this is going to sell, like, super fast. And then I sell one. And that's it. The only thing where I was like, people want this and it will, like, sell, and then it actually did, is the empty kettle sticker. And honestly, I didn't sell as many as people who said that they would buy it if I made it. But I still sold a lot. So I sold 72 of those last year, I think. And that was my best-selling sticker design within a month and a half of me adding it to the shop. So, yeah. There you go. It's just one of those things, it's like a business owner artist, where it's just like, you cannot necessarily predict any of that. It's just like, you gotta try your best, and that's all you can do. I am glad that I noticed that this is a little bit off on this side. I hadn't noticed that when I did it before, like when I was looking at it before. But that's super easy to fix, so that won't be a problem. So maybe this one will be a giveaway, actually, instead of being a product print one, because of the fault over here. Quote unquote. I don't think it's that big a deal, but it is a big deal to me specifically. But I do think that that kind of wraps up what we needed to do today, and then a little bit extra. I am glad that I remembered this, because I've been meaning to do that, and then I didn't stream for a couple days while my arm was eating itself. But I do have a cat behind me who would love for me to go sit back down and cuddle. And I do also have some Animal Crossing dailies I should do. Aside from all the work that I also should be getting done. But, you know. I try to not, like, continue to work right after I finish stream. Because my brain hurt. There's something about streaming, like, even though I am good at multitasking in some situations, something about streaming, like doing art and dealing with chat, just, like, really fries my brain. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. It was a nice day, and I was right. Streaming was going to help my mood a lot. So I'm glad that I made myself do it. I can write doing that on my to-do list when I get back there. And I get to send Diavra a sticker. So, yeah! I hope your commissions are going well. I know you had quite a few of them lined up there. That's another thing I want to do, like, on my big list, is do some more pet paintings so that I can set up a pet painting commission. It's like a basic one that you can get. I also should really add a tattoo pass, I guess, to get a thing for me tattooed. Because, like, a lot of people won't ask for it, but they'd be interested in it. And, like, it doesn't cost me anything to make it, really. Actually, have I dated any of these? I sure as shit haven't. Let me do that really fast. I always forget, because, like, if I'm doing stuff by myself, I will remember once it's dried to write the stuff on the back, but if I'm streaming, I always forget. I also need to remember how I've been doing these. Oh, I do need to remember what kind of cicada that is. Which I have that written down somewhere. It's September. But finishing that means that I've finished all the color and focus projects that I had set. So we get to work on other stuff next time. There are a couple sticker designs that have been sitting in the back of my head that we might work on. I might also be making some more assets for the packaging for the bug stickers, because I'm still trying to figure that out. I don't know how I'm gonna get that thing 3D printed, so I may just be doing it on my own by hand for all of them. Because it's gonna be too big for my friend's 3D printer. Yeah, honestly, like, I mostly just want to see it afterwards. There are some things where I would need to have a discussion with somebody about why they wanted to get it tattooed on them. Because some of my pieces are like really, really personal. So I would need like to understand the reasoning behind it from them. But I would probably be fine with it. I just would want to know why. I could just say stickbook for this. I can just say Cicada for the other one. I have the full name written down elsewhere. Because I have been using like actual specific bugs for all of these. So that on the little check sheet it can have like the actual scientific name for the bug. Which is kind of annoying for some of them. So like the book louse, they don't necessarily have super individualized scientific names because they're pests, so people like don't really pay attention to them. I just started writing that as if I wasn't signing a piece. Girl, get it together. Yeah, it is always really fun when somebody is like says in whatever kind of way that your piece meant something to them. So like they're excited to like, I don't know, stick it on a notebook or whatever. I do think I'm going to need to budget in more art paper in the near future. Because I am running out of watercolor paper. Because I'm like booking it through a bunch of paintings lately because I really want to get these bugs done. I also really get excited when people show me where they've put my stickers. That's another one for me. Which, actually, that's something else that maybe I can work on the rest of this week. I have, I don't know if I've mentioned this before or not, but I have some craft brown sticker paper that I've been wanting to use. I would 100% be cool with that, Shawnee. That would be really fucking funny. You could also do that with the eggplant, because I'm planning on doing a Give Me Dat eggplant to go with that as well. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So you could even have like one on each cheek if you wanted to. You could have them facing each other, so it's like pointing, you know? Here's the main event. This is where you put them. But I have the craft brown sticker paper, and I would like to do a sticker sheet with those to also work on getting my settings correct for a sticker sheet, because so far everything I've done has been like a die cut sticker. So I would like to figure out how to do sticker sheets, and I think that paper is a good ground for that. So I need to figure out what I want to do. Yeah, absolutely. I love when people send me like how they got something framed I also love that. My brain just tried to form a thought and it just did not work. I don't know what my brain was trying to put together there. But like my dad has bought a number of my pieces and he always shows me a photo of like what matte colors he and his framer went with and stuff like that, which is always fun. I also personally, I will paint frames to like complement the print that I'm putting in it or the original painting. I mostly have done prints so far. So like I have one from Trish of blackberries and I did like one of the like highlight colors for the outside of the frame, and then the inside of the frame I did like a dark gray, which looks nice. I also have another one that I painted like teal to go with another one of her prints, but I haven't been able to find the matte board for that one that I want because I want a specific color and I haven't been able to find it. It's just the problem with being really specific about stuff. That sometimes it's difficult to do. Oh, you're so curled up, Bubba. You look like a little bun back there. Okay, I'm going to switch to the ending screen because that's what we're doing, theoretically. I don't know if you guys noticed either, but I made a new BRB screen. Because the other one, like, because I have the art scroll now, the other one was, like, mostly covered up, so I changed that a little bit. Thank you, Shawnee. Do I have anything else to say? I'll be back on Wednesday, barring any other acts of God or skin. Hopefully that's all done. But you never really know. I believe Spotify just decided to quit too. It sure did. I don't know why it does that. It's always like at a certain time in stream. So I wonder if it's like a sleep function or something that they've added so that people don't just leave stuff running in the background. But that's like stupid. That's what music is for. I don't know what that's about. But that does mean that I can just quit and we can just end on silence with my dulcet tones. Yeah, Spotify is like, you need to stop. Like, you need to shut the fuck up. Leave. Shawnee has put raid commands in chat. The top one has emoji that you can use anywhere on Twitch. The second one has an emote that you can use if you're subscribed to my channel. So please copy and pasta the one that is relevant to you. And we're going to go bother Goosetown, who I raid on a pretty regular basis. Cool person. I'm guessing that they're doing some sort of cozy game today. They have been doing mystery on Mondays. I'm not sure if that's still the deal today. But I do know that I need to type this in before I pull up the page, otherwise everything explodes. I love streaming off of a laptop. It works really well. There is nothing that could be improved upon this experience. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me. I definitely got a good amount of stuff done, both off stream and on stream today. Story of Seasons. Yeah, they have also been doing that. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. Remember that you're loved because I love you. And if you can't take care of or be kind to yourself for yourself, please do so for me because I think you're awesome and deserve nice things, including for yourself, even on the days when it's really hard. All right? So let's work on being kinder to ourselves and each other, and then we can meet back here, hopefully on Wednesday, for a little top-up and a little chat-a-rooney, you know. And I'll figure out what the heck I'm going to do on stream next time. Because I do have the Venuses to work on. I might do that. Or I might come up with a new project between now and then. We'll see. We'll see how hard my brain cooks tomorrow. And yeah, I'll see y'all then, okay? Okay, bye.